Welcome to Casey's Cozy Garage. The Tamiya TT-02 is the best first kit that anyone could ever ask for, but it doesn't come with bearings and it doesn't come with oil shocks. Today, I wanted to show you the difference between having oil shocks that are all lubed up and these really bad friction dampers that come inside of the kit. We will be explaining why oil shocks are great and why you should upgrade to them if you don't already have them. So sit back, relax, and let me show you your next impulse purchase. Essentially, we have this non-damped shock absorber. It's basically just a It's basically just a pogo stick. It does not dampen. And then we have an oil-filled shock, complete with O-rings and other sorts of things. I really wish I sounded a lot smarter than this. I apologize. As you can see, it doesn't spring back right away. And so the difference between that and this is that this is how the TT-02 comes. It's very, very bouncy. As you can see, she just bounces. Whereas on the oil damped side, it's not as bouncy, and it actually absorbs the energy that the bumps put into the chassis. So if we drop it, you can see it doesn't bounce nearly as much as the oil side. Watching me drop this over and over again makes me feel like a big caveman. I don't know. That should make the car run a lot smoother and handle a lot more predictably. Like if you're in like a big turn and like there are bumps and undulations, this will keep the tires from bouncing off of the ground. Whereas if the bump happens here in the middle of the turn, it can upset the car will pogo, and then you'll actually lose grip and skip across the racing surface. So let's get the rear ones on and see how it drives. Now it's time for me to give you a voiceover, and since I'm relatively new to the world of on-road RC, I have nothing very useful to give you. But what I do know is that, did you know that being a hand model is a profession? I mean, look at those beautiful hands that are wrenching on this shock right now. Think about it. If you want your commercial to have pretty hands in it, you hire somebody with very nice hands. I happen to know my college roommate named Robin had very nice feminine hands, and we once tried to film an unboxing of some AirPods one time, and I just remember that his hands would be perfect for a hand model, and I had this idea that maybe I can be his hand model agent someday. Well, we got some impressions. Yeah, we got the new blue shocks in there, as you can see, and I drove it around a little bit. And I can say it's a bit more controllable. I think that it wants to spin out less, which means the car is not getting as upset as much. If you look at some of the original video that I took of this car, just look how bouncy the car looked. I think these shocks are a little too stiff. I have the softest springs that came in the kit in the front, and then the harder springs in the back to try to get a little bit more oversteer out of it. And I can tell that the back still does bounce a little bit. Like over some cracks and whatnot. But the car is lovely. I really think the TT-02 is fantastically lovely to drive. Do a little top speed run. Nice little car. The two biggest differences that these shocks make are they make the control way more consistent, and they really dampen the secondary bumps that you get from taking larger hits. As you can tell, this only bounces maybe 1 or 2 times after a big bump, whereas it used to bounce a lot more, which made handling characteristics really unpredictable from lap to lap, from section to section. Oil shocks are a great upgrade for your Tamiya TT-02, and I recommend you do it. They're not too expensive, but keep in mind it won't be the most exciting thing that you spend your money on. This has been Casey from Casey's Cozy Garage. Please like and subscribe, it helps me out a lot. We passed 200 subscribers. And remember, have fun, and I hope that you have a good day.